A rainy afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to all our audience joining us both Facebook and LinkedIn Live. It's great to have you here with us, and we would love to know where you're coming from. So please take time to type in your name and your location so we can recognize you. So, by the way, I am Therese Valenzuela, the consultant of Human Dynamic Philippines, and I am honored to host again this session of Leading and Purpose series, which focuses on the leadership journey, empowering middle managers through work-life coaching program. So in today's topic is very crucial because middle managers are at the heart of organizational success. So they act as a bridge between senior leadership and frontline employees. So in our fast-paced world, ever-evolving workplace, they are often face unique challenges and pressure because they manage the expectation of higher ups while they need to ensure that their team members and the frontline employees are performing effectively and efficiently. So this is where work-life coaching program comes in and becomes essential. So work-life coaching program has a critical role in providing middle manager a safe place, guidance, and tools to help them navigate these challenges effectively and efficiently. So, to guide us through this program, in this very important discussion about work-life coaching program, we are lucky and it's my honor to introduce our guest speaker this afternoon. So she is one of our esteemed affiliate consultant which is based in Cebu, and she has over 10 years of experience in human resources, organizational development, and academe. So she holds a master's degree in organizational development, and she is also a licensed professional teacher and has completed certification with Workers Institute of Labor's Law. So additionally, she is also accredited safety practitioner with the Department of Labor and Employment. So please join me in welcoming our guest speaker, Maria Antoinette Badiles. Hi, Maria Antoinette.
Hi, Clarice. Good afternoon. Hi, also to all our viewers.
It's great to see you, Antoinette. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you? Are you in Cebu
Uh,
right now, right?
yes, doing well. And for the past days, we have been raining, and now we feel a little warm. The sun is already up. So thank God that we are all safe after the habagat for the past
Yes.
days.
So right now here in Manila, it's raining today, but despite of the rainy season, we are all excited for this discussion, and we are eagerly to learn on your expertise, especially in the work life coaching programs, no, and the services. So to jump in to this discussion, let me first give you the first question. So how does work life coaching program help middle managers develop essential leadership skills such as emotional intelligence and effective communication?
Um, you know what, Clarice? People occupying leadership positions, I think you mentioned it earlier that they may face a lot of challenge. So
Yes.
it's like in line of their work or human as we are, we also go through many challenges in our personal lives. So work performance coaching really helps in many ways. You mentioned it's really true that it serves as a safe and supportive space. So, for all managers to vent out their emotions, to express their struggles. So, you have people who are professional in the field that can help you, guide you to deal with all these difficulties and experiences. I personally, Clarice, is even in my years of experience in the human resources, I also go to work performance coaching, and I feel that personally it really helps me. It gives me an avenue to become more effective leader every day when I learn a lot of different skills, a lot of things going on, especially with the differences right now in all our in the different industries, with the new generations coming in. So you all have a lot of challenges, and this avenue is really a good place for you to vent out everything and learn a lot from it.
So I completely agree with you, Maria Antoinette, no, that the work-life coaching program provides a safe space, non-judgmental professionals who will help you identify your concerns, no, your problems, even if it's related to personal or work concerns. So through this program sessions that provided, we help employees, no, to address their reactions, no, or the challenging situation that they are facing right now. So, which lead me to my second question. Can you explain the role of work-life coaching program in helping middle manager manage their stress and prevent burnout while leading the teams?
I usually joke this around with a few of my colleagues that stress is like a part of the job description. It's like we signed up for this. So it's natural to feel stress, but sometimes if you are overwhelmed with all this stress, it will really show. Like a lot of researchers right now would really say that a certain percentage of people in the organization or employees in general are experiencing symptoms of stress and burnout. So, work performance coaching can really help you in terms of techniques, giving you techniques like meditation, teaching you about self care, how to take care of yourself. And you can also learn a lot about self awareness, strengthening your interpersonal skills. Because actually, Clarice, it's really the work for me personally. This type of programs would really help us as managers, middle managers, would help us on how to become a better me so that I can be a better leader to others. So overall, it's helping us manage our responsibilities effectively at the same time maintaining our own well-being.
So from what I'm hearing to you, Antoinette, that stress is inevitable. So no one can escape with stress, right? So everywhere we go, with even in personal or work or any aspect of our life, we experience this stress. So
Yes.
through this work life coaching programs or coaching programs that the company or organization is offering to employees, it will help them to identify a proper outlet to express their emotion, at the same time to
Mm.
create a healthy coping mechanism to
Yes.
combat the stresses that they experience.
Mm.
So since you've mentioned that stress is part of our life's challenges, no, not only personal but also in work challenges, what specific challenges do middle managers commonly face that work life coaching program can help and address and overcome?
Based on the experience that I have in handling work performance coaching, Clarice, it really differs. It differs from one industry to the other, from one person to the other, because we all know we have different ways of coping up. My stress may not be your stress, but more commonly, based on the previous that I have experiences, number one is really on balancing conflicting demands. It's not easy. It's not easy to maintain the strategic direction of the organization and then at the same time making sure that the operation is working well. So
Yes.
that's really a common reason why they face a lot of stress. Another that's workload and time pressure, because sometimes with all these things that's going on outside the work, you have timeline, especially when the company is very critical in metrics and all this. So you have deadlines, so that could be another that I have commonly handled is on team dynamics and conflicts. Like usually, this is on the part that a middle manager would feel okay. How am I handling the team? Why there are conflicts within, and then lastly, this one is dealing with underperformance. This is really something why when we talk to middle managers, when you go into coaching with the step managers, they would really feel that how can I make sure that this someone in the team will be working as with the or will be doing well as well with the others. But basically, Clarice, this is the cycle of this. When they talk to you in a performance coaching session, they will not tell you directly what's going on. They usually come to you feeling overwhelmed, feeling frustrated, feeling tired, feeling stressed. They even tell you, my back aches, I have headaches, I can't sleep. So sometimes this is common. Managers would think, or people in the leadership position would think that there is something wrong about me. Probably I'm sick, but definitely it's not. So work performance coaching, Clarice, could redirect you to what's actually really going on. So like for example, if they come to you on being stressed out with handling the conflicting demands of the position, they will come to you telling you, oh, first the symptoms that they feel, and then in the session, that's where you redirect the person. Because sometimes if you feel overwhelmed with all these things, it will um, eventually, it will affect the most aspects of your life, even personal life. So in work performance coaching, it will help you. We will direct you to what is really the challenge that you're facing, and then how can we address the challenges that you are doing well, and then find solutions to it. And once you're already good to it, everything will just follow. So that's how beautiful this type of programs, and how beautiful this type of things that we can do for our middle managers in our every organization.
Yeah, Antoinette, I completely agree with what you've said that through this session, you would able to help the client to have a clear understanding of what is happening to them. So sometimes they have this physical manifestation and they are not aware that this is because of the stress or the pressures that they are experiencing to their life or to their work. So through this coaching session, no, we can help them to create to know to understand what is happening and to have a clear direction on the steps that they need to do for and clear solutions, no, not just to the what is happening to them but of course to the challenging situation. When you mentioned that the employees usually doesn't have any ideas that they are already have stress that they are already stressed or experiencing some symptoms of burnout, how can you encourage those employees or middle managers who refuse to attend work life coaching session?
That's really one of the challenge now, because right here in the Philippines, the stigma is still not that how we do with the other countries. Like people would go to sessions like these, they would feel that, oh, the HR is calling them, oh, I'm being sent for counseling, maybe something is wrong with me, and all. The stigma is still there. Although I'm very happy as a mental health advocate, I'm seeing really differences for the past years. But probably in most organization, like if as long, especially if the organization have written rules, like if there is really problem in terms of the work performance, and then you're being sent for coaching, and part of the performance improvement plan is really you go into work performance coaching sessions, I think we can really push our employees, our middle managers, you need to undergo this type of session. We let them understand that this is not just for the organization, but it's for you. The bigger picture of this is personally you will become a better leader. So I think that's more on it, Clarice, making them understand, because that's how adult learners are, making them understand why we are sending them. And I encourage organizations, especially to those who are drafting now. Slowly, a lot of organizations are drafting mental health policies. Include that. You
Yes.
include that. That there may be times that you really need to go on to undergo this type of session, and there is nothing wrong with you, because the reason for sending you there is just helping you out with the challenges that you are in, to make you better, to make you a better performer in the organization.
So what I'd love to your response is you've mentioned that there should be a clear communication. So this program should be clearly communicated to our employees so that they are aware of the benefits and the process of how it will go and the result, no, and the reason why they we sent them to a coaching session. So for my next question, how can the work life coaching program empower the middle manager to create a more positive and productive work environment for their teams?
Based on experience, those managers who are really religiously going to sessions like this, or some of the organizations that I've had a chance to work with, they have really policies where they send for performance coaching. It's always a game changer. It really brings out the best of every leader. So you can actually see that they're more positive. They come to work happy. So this is how we empower them. That if you really go into this type of programs, you will become leaders that with a heart. You understand how it's going on in your team. So basically, it's like empowering them. Yes, go on this type of program, or it can also be, Clarice, one way. Some other organizations would really say that if managers would really go to coaching sessions like this, they come out in all this, after every sessions they come out as better employees, fostering a good culture of feedback. Because sometimes it's more on the communications. We are limited into just telling you this is your score and this is what you're going to do, and I'm out. But if this middle managers understand that when we do a very good culture of feedback inside the organization, you learn how to talk it out with your employees. They will learn to understand what's going on, and it became a bigger part of the team growth. And feedback or communication will not just be as awkward as it is in most of the traditional organization.
So having said that, Antoinette, I think it's also important that when we implement this kind of program, it's important that we promote psychological safety, right? So
Yes,
through
right.
this psychological safety, the employees are um, freely and will freely express their ideas or their concerns, no, to the leaders or to the management, that they have the voice in the organizations, no. And
Yes.
having said the feedback, no, through this feedback, we are able to know we will able to know and see the other perspective, no, on what
Yes.
is happening to us, or what is happening to our organization, or how we respond, no, to the challenging situation in the organization. So my next question is, what are the key outcomes or transformation you have observed in middle managers who actively participate in work life coaching program?
They gain a lot of self-awareness. They learn better on their own. They learn their strengths, their weaknesses, because it's very important. When you're a leader, you have to understand, okay, this is my strength, this is my weakness. And one thing, Clarice, that is very nice that I've seen with most of the middle managers who really went into this program, they know their limits. They understand, okay, this is the part that I'm already in what percentage of my stress level, and then I back down, and then they find ways to do self-care. So that's really one transformation that you can see. They also become better communicators. They in a sense of communication, like in the context of really listening to their team, understanding what's going on. It's just more than just what I say, but it's really more on the empathy side. And you can see them increase their emotional resiliency. They learn how to manage their stress. They learn how to avoid burnout. And if there are, because this is common in organization, change is common. So they became the best people that adopts to change right away. And that's really a positive thing in every organization, because we all know how difficult it is to bring in change. And if these people are, because it will really follow, if they are aware, if they know what's going on inside them, as I said earlier, they will really, the work performance will just follow through. It's just like, Clarice, when you say that if you're happy in school, you'll be happy doing your assignment, you'll be
Right.
happy doing your other tasks, you'll be happy studying, and eventually you'll get good grades. So something like that. You can actually see that if this middle managers who really went into this type of programs, they come out with better work life balance, and overall they become effective leaders in the organization.
So from what you've mentioned, ma'am, I would like to also highlight that this work life coaching program, uh, is will benefit, no, not just not only their personal or work concern, but also will benefit their teams, right? So they will learn how to lead the team, or how to have a team collaboration or team communication. So through work life coaching, no, they can go to this coaching session. They can inform the coaches or the consultants of their concern, even if it's related to leadership styles, no, team concerns, no, or team
Mhm.
conflict, or
Mhm.
if especially for those new managers, no, or new
Yes.
leaders or new roles, they can also send themselves to this coaching session for
Yes.
them to identify, no, right, their the things that they need to improve, no, or also acknowledge their own skills or the own strength that they have. So I think this work life coaching will also be benefiting not only the middle manager, but also the whole organization and their employees, because when the middle managers and employees are working collaboratively and healthy, even though there's a presenting stress or demands from clients, they can work productively because they have their clear minds, no, they can clearly think of a solution, or they can strategize clearly because they are fully aware of what is happening to themselves and to the organization. So given that we've mentioned that there's a lot of challenges, no, and stresses in the organization, but as part of the HR, no, as one who handles this program and services, how do you take care of yourself?
um, I am very I feel it's important to give time to yourself. Self care is very important. You don't need a lot of money to have that. You can have your me time. Like personally, I really have me time. I do spiritual activities to develop my personal spiritual relationship with my God. I also really would rest. Rest is very important. Every time I usually have this thought, Clarice, like if I'm invited to do as a speaker, and we talk about stress and all, and I will tell my audience and say, okay, take your rest. Rest is very important, and then it will really come back to me. I need that because sometimes I take in a lot of work. So that's one important. That's making sure that I have really a time to rest because our body needs that. And after taking a rest, I'll bounce back again. It's like recharging.
Yes, from what I'm hearing, we have to practice what we pitch to our clients, right? So we have to also practice this self care. And part of this self care is knowing when to pause, no, or taking a rest. And of course, taking care of our physical and mental needs by addressing, processing our thoughts and our own emotions, especially during stressful or challenging situation. So thank you so much, Antoinette, for this informative, no, and very comprehensive discussion about work life coaching program. So before we conclude, I'd like to highlight the five key points or key takeaways we learned from you. So for this work life coaching program, no, it will benefit not only the middle manager but also the organization and the employees, because this work life coaching program provide a safe place or non-judgmental place for the employees to vent out their concern, even if it's related to personal or work concern. So through this, we will able to help them, no, process their reactions, emotions, no, and help them create a coping or strategies to help them combat this challenging or stressful situation. And secondly, this work life coaching program will equips, no, employees and manager in terms of time management, conflict resolution, delegation of tasks, and even team building, no, how to build this team, build healthy team, no, in the organization. And also through this work life coaching program, we can discuss different concerns, no, even if it's outside work or if it's related to personal concern, as long as it's for the improvement of our performance and well-being, especially if it's for the improvement of our positive and productivity in the work environment. And last one, so for those individual who continuously engage to this work-life coaching program, will result to have a increased self-awareness, no, and improve resilience, and even learn how to work life balance or work integration, no, which result of strong leadership, better team dynamics, and even enhance overall performance. So again, thank you so much, Maria Antoinette, for this fruitful conversation. But before we conclude, do you have any final thoughts or advice to our viewers?
Um, just a simple reminder that an empty tank will take you exactly nowhere. So take time to refuel. And one of way of that refueling is to make sure that you take care of yourself. And work performance coaching is really one way to help to refuel you with the things that you need and all these challenges that we are experiencing in our work and in the organization itself.
Thank you so much, Antoinette. Having said that, so for those organization interested in partnering with us for work-life coaching program, we'd happy to assist you. Please feel free to email us at info@ph.humandynamic.com and stay updated to our upcoming events by following us on our social media account at Human Dynamic Philippines. So before you go, please take time to fill out the feedback form which will be displayed after this video. So we encourage you to fill out this feedback form, and in return you will receive an e-certificate. So the form will only be available for 1 hour. So again, thank you so much everyone. I am Therese Valenzuela, and we at Human Dynamic, we are committed in developing leaders, building teams, and transforming organization to be at their best performance. Thank you again and see you soon. Bye-bye.